MOTORFEST legend. Of course, you can hop into the playlists. You already know how wild those can get. Don't forget the live event's monthly theme. We like to change things up around here. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Look around and have fun. Bye!
Shall we continue our journey, driver? We can't really get a taste of modern Japanese car culture without some proper urban racing and seriously modded customs. The streets of Honolulu at night should set the perfect stage for these final races MOTORFEST has prepared for you. For a wild run. The pack hasn't shown you all their moves yet, and I believe they're ready to put on quite a show. We're almost there. Show them once and for all that you have what it takes.
I bet this is what you were waiting for when you signed up for the Made in Japan experience. Out of this world customs owning the city.
Well, you got your wish. Everybody's car is on top of their game, especially your new ride, Toji's Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X.
Yeah, Toji's the craziest customizer of us all. He loves his cars big and mean.
The Evo X, or previously known as Concept X and Prototype X, is the final form of the Lancer Evolution series. It's the most technologically advanced Evo ever.
Another JDM gem. You're welcome.
Toji would say it's the best of them all. Somebody's got a lesson to teach.
another lap. Hold on.
The Evo X doesn't have a legit reverse gear. It has two forward gears working together to make the wheels rotate in the opposite way. Cool, huh?
And that's how you save on weight.
Precisely.
What a race! That MOTORFEST crew knows how to throw a party.
Don't get too excited. You're just a host in that fantasy.
Watch out. Hosts can be dangerous, Mrs. Abernathy.
Hey, I got that, ref.
Nerds, both of you.
The finish line's just a few seconds away, guys. It's now or never. This was the Mitsu Lancer Evo X with a special Toji custom. And you just showed you're totally worthy of that car.
Last event, right there. You'll be racing amongst the whole pack this time. So we got you covered with a special car. Have fun.
Newbies playing hard to get.
Hold on. Alright, driver. This is the final race. All together this time. You guys ready?
You bet.
It was a pleasure showing you around, my friend. And you definitely fulfilled your end of the bargain.
True. Didn't get bored, not even once.
Yeah, okay. You kinda did a good job.
There's clearly a spot for you in the group, whenever you decide to come to Japan for some more action. you got yourself a special car for this race. What a ride.
Courtesy of the MOTORFEST, I presume.
A pumped-up Toyota Supra A80. A solid choice.
Couldn't be more appropriate, actually. The Supra was specifically designed at the time to rival most of our cars. Skyline, NSX, or RX-7. And that customization looks flawless.
Pretty cool. But remember, nothing beats the R34.
Funny way to pronounce NSX.
Shinjuku style, huh? Well, we'll see about that.
You gotta admit, it feels just like Tokyo.
Well, I guess they did do a pretty good job capturing the vibe of our streets.
How come our new buddy didn't get to drive high as MX-5?
Fair point.
Who knows? Another time, maybe. There's still so much about Japanese racing we didn't touch on.
Are we talking, guys, or are we showing our new member who the top dogs are in this pack?
Did you get that, driver? He said let's punch it.
This was made in Japan for you, and a great deal of adrenaline for us. Awesome driving.
It's time to reap your reward. Your vehicle is ready for you to claim. We've got one last surprise for you, driver. Let's head back to the container. Journey through traditional and modern Japan was outstanding. What an incredible car culture. Spirited, stylish, unrestricted. Hawaii and Japan have a lot in common. Building this experience for you has been amazing. for Hayato and his friends, I can tell you that they had a lot of fun. You clearly went way beyond their expectation. By the way, did you enjoy driving that Toyota Supra we lent you for the final event? I'm just asking. No reason. Waiting for you all along. The Toyota Supra A80 Special Edition. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver. New playlist ahead. Let's go. You have one new message.
Hey friend, it's Hayato from the pack. What's up? Tell me, how would you like to go for another spin made in Japan? There's a lot happening and we're getting the whole team together. We'll be hanging out south of Kaneohe. Meet us there.
Come on, we're gonna kick some butt.
Hey, stop yelling!
You've heard your friends. You're going back to Japan. Sort of. Prepare to face new challenges and explore new horizons. Made in Japan Volume 2 is here. No spoilers, just jump in. the next objective. Your friends from the pack are really close. Go join them. They'll fill you in on the situation. You're here. Time for a kick-ass reunion.
Welcome back, friend. Long time.
Hey, Jerkster.
Hi there, number 6.
Pack is back together, and you're one of us now. You're right where you belong.
But I still outrank you, buddy. Don't forget it.
You wish.
Watch your mouth, Shorty. Don't you brats start.
As you can see, things here haven't changed one bit.
We're taking off.
Alright, everyone, here's the deal. MOTORFEST is stepping up their street racing game. They have a bunch of so-called street racers coming in from all over the world.
Got us some competition, huh?
Yeah, and Made in Japan 2 is going to be all about showing these guys who the top dogs in this festival are.
I'm down, brother.
From what I've heard, it's more of a cat thing.
These guys are all waiting for us on another island, Maui. So this is uncharted territory for all of us.
Even more exciting. Maui, here we come.
That Supra you got last time certainly fits you like a glove. And you'll have access to a whole lot of other Japanese vehicles as we face our opponents. You're gonna love that. Check this out, guys. Smoking volcano on the right.
Excuse me? You said smoking volcano?
Yeah, that one's still active. Pretty cool, huh? Welcome to Maui, guys.
Yay!
we know anything about these guys we're facing?
Well, the festival didn't provide much intel, but I can tell you we're up against several other groups. They're not isolated individuals.
Which means these guys will know how to drive as a team.
Exactly. And they all come from different places, meaning different racing styles and different types of cars.
Guess we'll have to work things out on the spot.
That's what we do, right? Man, we're gonna have fun.
Into our first opponents. The warm-up is over.
Hey there! You, Shingo, and I are tackling the first round. Let's go meet our rivals.
Hey, if it's just the three of us, I should be taking the lead.
Too late. I called dibs.
Okay, so okay, never mind. Driver, round one. The Pack versus the Night Stalkers. Game on.
What's up, tourists? Time for you to step away. The festival is ours now.
Say what?
Oh boy, here comes the trash talk. Okay guys, it's just the three of us here, and we're facing the first of our new opponents, the Night Stalkers. Woo, badass name.
Yeah, it's not gonna do him much good against us. Hey, you hear me, Fiat Punto? You're gonna get your ass handed to you.
Shago. Gotta let our driving do the talking. Let's smoke these guys.
You got it, sister. with all the cat fever?
I don't know. It's a MOTORFEST thing. Right now, cat's the word. I love cats.
Of course you do.
You're driving my car's older sister tonight, the Mazda RX-7 Turbo 2, the second generation of the RX-7.
10th anniversary edition.
That's right. This very model is extra special. It's the monochromatic crystal white edition, celebrating 10 years of RX-7 goodness. Only 1,500 of these babies were made.
At the time for Mazda, this was the definitive statement about what a sports car can and should be. Damn, these turns are sharp.
You gotta drift through these, Shingo.
You drift psycho. We're back at the shopping mall, which means only a few turns left. Don't give these fur balls any ground, you guys.
Way ahead of you.
Okay, that's one batch of roasted cats. Bring in the next one.
Well done. The one and only Pax taking the lead.
That was a crazy ride.
Hey, brother. You guys did great against the Stalkers. But the next round is about to start. Ren and I will be waiting for you.
You're teaming up with the adults this time.
Well, is this what we're doing now? You guys talk and I... All right, that's cool. I'm nothing if not adaptable. It's time for another round. The Pack versus the Quick Whiskers.
Japanese racers are quite the deal. Try not to disappoint.
Ooh, the Quick Whiskers in person on our frequency. Well, take a head start, kitty cat. You're gonna need it.
Some impressive machines these guys are driving. Gets my motor running.
That's the spirit. Let's take these jokers down.
Can't say my Evo X liked it much, but all good.
Yeah, the MOTORFEST is clearly cranking things up, without any regard for our paintwork.
If that's too much for you people, feel free to wait on the sidelines and watch.
Eavesdropping now. If you want to join the winning team, just say so.
Kids these days. split-second victory clearly sends a message.
Any comment from the cats on the radio? Yeah, didn't think so.
Deserves a nice little fun break. I'm waiting for you next to the airport. Come join me. I've got a nice Evo 6 for you to try.
Right, but isn't it my job to say this kind of... recalibrating? Okay, your friend is waiting for you. You know what to do. Knowing that girl, I'm pretty sure you can guess what she has in mind, Drifter.
Fight so far, which is not much of a surprise. I mean, what were these cats thinking coming after us? Anyway, we're taking a break, so let's step away from the street rivalry for a moment and have some quality drift time. Our playground, the airport. Your car, Drift Queen Lancer Evo 6. Yep, no time for shilly-shally. We've been through quite a lot together, and I have nothing to teach you anymore, so just have fun. Got you a nice little track for this. Basic but technical. I told you last time that drifting was born in Japan, but I didn't tell you who ignited the spark. Well, two names, Takahashi and Tsuchiya, were respectively named the father of drifting and the Drift King, no less. To others back then, oversteering was a mistake to correct. But to these guys, it became a special technique to carry more speed through the corners and have fun doing so. They're my role models. I could talk about them for hours. Point is, drifting exists thanks to these two racers. Come on, Asheria, you can score more points than that. Crushed it again! I'm telling you people, we got the next drift sensation in the making here.
In this time? All right, back to normal. So?
Hey, number 6.
Come on.
Ready for the next round? It's gonna be me, you, and Toji versus some other street racer wannabes. And I'm taking the lead this time. Don't worry, he's not really leading anything. He just says stuff. Try to humor him. What was that? nothing. Lead the way, boss.
All right then, let's go.
All right, another one of my scripts down the drain. Recalibrating. This is it, driver. You're facing yet another team of street rivals, the Clawblades. Wow, these ones sound mean.
Good evening, Japan. You guys are ready to lose in your own playlist?
Bite me, Hello Kitty. Can you believe these jackasses?
They kind of remind me of someone. Anyway, guys, I advise you get in the zone stat. The path is gonna get real technical real fast, and you're not facing Abarths anymore.
Copy that. Knuckle down.
You all good, friend? We got you yet another car from the JDM Golden Era. The most forward-thinking car in the world back then. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Or simply, GTO in Japan. Shingo, you're gonna tell us more?
Yeah, you got it. Wait, 2 turbochargers, 4-wheel steering, and an electronic exhaust control system.
Not bad. You've only missed the active aero control system.
Oh yeah, motorized aerodynamics that adapts to your speed. That car was a freaking Japanese Batmobile.
Way ahead of its time.
These damn cats are tough.
Yeah, with these guys, I think we gotta switch from a Hashiriya to a Bosuzoku state of mind.
Okay, meaning?
We go rough, brother.
Roads on this island, not exactly a piece of cake.
Yeah, but that's what makes it interesting, right? Plus, it's nothing for a driving whiz like you.
Nothing at all.
Once we pass the bamboo forest, the finish line will only be a few seconds away. If you guys want to try something, it's now.
good enough.
What was that? First position is ours, dude. Next time, just take the bus.
Okay, this time no one's gonna cut me off. I'm not saying anything. You people can sync up. Go ahead, guys. You can do your thing. No one? All right, driver. Looks like it's finally you and me again. Great. So this next race is extra special.
Hey friend, what's up? Man, you delivered a flawless performance against our rivals so far. These guys are getting hit real hard. So the next race is a toge, and you know what that means. Intense and technical. Plus, it starts from the highest point of the mountain. It's not a race to take lightly.
Same goes for our opponents, apparently. Meticulous racers and reliable machines. Or so I've heard.
Keeps getting better, doesn't it? We'll see you on the top of Maui, friend.
As I was saying... Well, actually, these guys have pretty much said it all, so... I'm kinda lost now. Gonna have to recalibrate again. I mean, they could ask me before barging in like that. It's not like I'm a freaking robot. Uh-oh. Recalibrating. To Haleakala. Let's go. You're almost there. About to face the last team of street racers that recently joined MOTORFEST. Pack versus Diamondbanks. It's on!
going?
Man, we really should change our radio frequency.
I know, sorry about the intrusion. Heard you people defeated all your opponents so far. That's quite a tally. Anyways, we're all stoked to be facing you. May the best team win. Over and out.
How about that?
Watch out, guys. I foresee a very mean curve at the end of the straightaway.
Good hunch. That curve's deadly.
Yeah, I expect lots of razor-sharp turns peppered with short straights on these mountain roads.
Not to mention the 200-foot drop if you miss any of them. Just the way we like it.
Manners and mean cars. Looks like our opponents are the real deal. But it's quite bold of them to think they could beat Japanese racers in a toge.
Well, cats are known for being cocky.
Remember our last toge driver? It was you against me then. Don't you forget, it's all about drifting. Oversteer while maintaining control for a high exit speed. Last time we told you that the Skyline GTRs were called Godzilla. Well, that R32 you're driving was the first one to earn that name. This is the original monster, and its victory streaks are beyond compare.
I'm gonna make it simple. For years, that car was unstoppable on the Japanese car racing scene. The R32 changed the rules and left everyone in the dust for years.
It was created to beat the shit out of everyone, and it did. We're closing in, guys. Focus till the end.
No matter what, this race belongs to one of our two Skylines.
You become the king of the mountains, my friend. Incredible race, spectacular driver.
Invincible car.
Hey friend, tell me, isn't your car a little emotional? Got an email from her kind of asking us to stop interrupting her job. She seemed a little pissed, saying that even robots can have feelings, stuff like that. Well, I guess we kind of overstepped here.
An AI making a scene. Wow. Peak modernity right there.
Anyway, we'll let her tell you about the grand finale. See you on the grid, my friend.
Well, these guys weren't supposed to mention this to you, but... Never mind. Okay, driver. Things are finally back to normal. So you've taken out each and every group of opponents. But it turns out that each team still has an ace up their sleeve. Every group is calling on their champion for this final race, the Battle Royale. Who's going to be chosen to be the PAX champion? This is Made in Japan 2, Final Struggle. And you are up.
I thought we were done with these guys. Didn't we beat them all already?
Just the lower ranks, apparently. Now each team is playing their trump card.
Good kitties.
Check out these cars, man. They're clearly bigger cats.
Doesn't matter, does it? These guys are still cats. We are dragons. Okay, driver. This is a battle royale between the 5 street racing teams. Only one member of each group gets to race, and you're the one racing for the pack.
Ah, lucky.
Officially passing the torch, big brother?
Just this one time.
Oh my god. Goosebumps. Literally.
You can drive Wengen style on that speedway, which means really fast. Just watch out in these tunnels.
Does that car ring a bell, driver? We spoke about it in the Liberty Walk playlist. This is the Liberty Walk version of the 92 Honda NSX.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's Shingo's dream car. Basically the same NSX as he always drives, except for this one's been in the hands of the master Wataru Kato, which brings it to a whole new level.
I want to drive that car.
Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Got it, driver? That car's a unicorn.
For the firepower contest that is the final race, this special NSX will do nicely.
You got this. Do not give them an inch.
You win this race, my friend, and it'll be an overwhelming victory for the pack. That's what we're shooting for, right?
Always.
Looks like you guys are for real after all. You won this Made in Japan thing. Now come and get us out there. See what happens.
Sounds like an invitation, friend.
Don't forget to grab your reward vehicle, driver. Is an outstanding victory. You and your partners entirely dominated that street brawl. Way to go, Dragons! Let's head back to the container to get your prize. In the meantime, here's a piece of information. You've won the first encounter, but the rivals are not going anywhere. They're staying here in Hawaii, and they'll be waiting for a rematch with you. So once you've completed this playlist, you can find them in free drive, challenge them again, and establish your supremacy as a street racer, once and for all.
Hey, is it okay if I talk? The car's not gonna get mad, is she?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
All right, I'll make it short. You did a hell of a job back there, my friend. You're definitely one of us, and we're counting on you to defeat these guys again. You represent the pack. These cats are gonna understand that we're the prevailing street racing team around here. Catch you next time.
Bye!
Aw, aren't these guys cute? I may have overreacted a little. So don't forget, once you've got your reward, check in the menu, and you'll see a whole new rival-related activity. This is just the beginning. Unbox your brand new Honda NSX Liberty Walk Edition. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver. A playlist is ready to try. Let's go try it.
The islands in the south of Hawaii are hosting the most surprising competition I have ever seen.
You said it, John. What's happening there is spectacular. Festival goers have been forging their own tracks for a month now. And boy, did they deliver.
They sure did. Some could challenge even the finest professional circuits out there, while others make me feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
It's just the perfect playground to unleash our creativity and let our cars shine.
New challenges unlocked. New challenges unlocked. New challenges unlocked. We're very proud and grateful to present what is probably the most homemade playlist of all. The heart of this one is entirely composed of mountains, jungles, volcanoes, and oceans.
Listen up.
New playlist ahead. Let's go! This season is all about luxury cars. If you've played the Ferrari playlist, you know what I mean. But it doesn't end there. The festival has invited numerous guests and brands to take part over the years. And now, the most prestigious brands are opening their doors to us. Our luxury car authority, the Archivist, has been invited by the greatest European luxury car manufacturers to discuss a common passion for beautiful vehicles and to show us the places where these jewels are formed. A grand tour of Europe that you'll be getting a taste of in this new playlist experience. Onto the container. You'll discover everything this voyage was about.
As the MOTORFEST archivist, I had the privilege to be invited by prestigious European car manufacturers for a special visit. This was the beginning of my European tour, and the starting point for your new car culture experience. My journey would let me spend time among the finest machines the old continent has produced. French elegance, German peak engineering.
Welcome to the Porsche Museum. First and foremost, Porsche is something you have to drive. You have to sit in, you have to feel. If you sit in the car, then you directly recognize this is a Porsche. And
British craftsmanship.
Experience the bike that we already love. Character, performance, detail, quality, style.
I'll relate my journey for you, and for my archives. These are my luxury chronicles.
The voyage of our archivist. 13 events, lots of side activities and prize money to win. The MOTORFEST has spared no expenses on this luxury experience. Let's move on to another activity. The tour starts now. Our archivist has documented the whole thing, so we can share with you here in Hawaii his luxury chronicles. Each car you'll be driving in this playlist is related to our archivist journey. Get to the event tag and discover what our luxury car authority has in store for you.
My trip back to Europe would lead me first to France, with a schedule full of promise. I couldn't wait to meet the people from Bugatti, embodiment of French car luxury, and spend time with some of the most brilliant machines in the country. But my very first meeting was with an equally interesting manufacturer and a rather peculiar car. Genti Automobile and their first creation, the Accolone. My European journey was starting far from the buzzing cities, in the small village of Saint-Yor, in central France. When you get these notes, driver, you'll be driving the roads of Maui in the very cars I'm writing about, to get a proper French luxury feel without leaving Hawaii or the festival. The Aculone and Genti automobile was such an interesting starting point for my tour. A newcomer to the French luxury car market, and their very first machine. This was very exciting. To learn everything I needed to know about this car. A car born from the passion of a creator who dreamed of building his own luxury hypercar with 4-figure horsepower and an unparalleled power-to-weight ratio from scratch. By the time you, driver, get my notes, the result should be in your hands. Excellence, rarity, and soul. The Aculone by Genti Automobile.
How was this luxury ride for an introduction? For the next event of this playlist, we're going deeper into the French luxury car market. Get ready to hear everything about our Archivist's second stop.
Despite its rare and premium nature, luxury cars can take many forms and come from many places. Of course, they often come from well-established luxury manufacturers, and I was about to see a lot of these on my journey. But my visit at Genti has shown us that a luxury car can bloom from the vision and passion of a single person. And today, my second stop in France has shown that luxury cars can also come from manufacturers that usually keep their distance from the luxury world. This stop was about a French everyday car manufacturer, Citroën, and their famous Citroën GT. The GT is a car which, according to its main engineer in 2008, was meant to be the supercar of 2025, the same year as this European trip. Talk about apropos. This car was originally made for a video game, but it had such an impact that they decided to make it a reality. At the time, the possibility of having the GT be mass-produced was real. But in the end, the incredible vehicle would remain a concept car for the world to admire and a very privileged few to drive. Alone and this Citroën GT, my tour was off to a great start. And it was only the beginning.
Things are getting serious. You're now about to focus on the most luxurious of French luxury car brands. No need to think twice. You've already guessed it. Our next event, Bugatti, Now and Then.
At last, it was finally time for me to make a stop in Molsheim, home of the French luxury car brand par excellence, Bugatti. There is absolutely no way I could have skipped this more than 110-year-old institution. My enthusiasm was vindicated, as I got to spend some time with the legendary machine that is the 1936 Type 57 SC Atlantic, designed by Jean Bugatti, one of the most beautiful Bugattis ever made. A car that embodies Bugatti's pioneering spirit and passion for perfection. What a pleasure it was to take this venerable machine through the picturesque countryside roads of France. Four units of this car were made at the time, including a single all-black version that Jean Bugatti kept for himself. Unfortunately, its whereabouts are a long-standing mystery, as that particular vehicle disappeared during World War II. Or did she? Honest, this special moment with Bugatti was one of the highlights of my European tour, especially when you know which car they're going to bring next. La Voiture Noire, a direct tribute to that all-black Type 57 SC I just mentioned. One of the most beautiful and most expensive cars in the world. Exclusivity, artistry, performance, and luxury. A car that is undoubtedly a worthy successor to Jean Bugatti's personal masterpiece. I'm pretty sure the man would have loved to see this. Anyway, for me, this was the perfect end to a perfect day. To you festival goers, I hope you'll enjoy driving these as much as I did admiring them in their native land.
luxury chronicles continue. We're staying with Bugatti for one last French spin, with a luxurious yet very intimidating car.
Day 4 of my glorious French sojourn. I was staying at Bugatti's for another day, and as the icing on the cake, Bugatti served me one last exclusive piece of art on a plate. The Bugatti Vision GT. Another car originally designed for the video game industry that made it to the real world, for my pleasure, and yours. If you're currently driving this car, and I believe you are, be cautious. This car may be a jewel. Once awakened, she becomes a beast. with that, my time with Bugatti and the French section of my tour were coming to an end. My next destination, Germany.
Dive into French car haute couture. You're now entering the second part of this luxury vehicle experience, still narrated by our archivist. So next stop, Germany. A very special German car has been prepared for you.
After a marvelous French introduction, I was now flying to Germany to pursue my work on the European luxury brands. I was expecting great things from the upcoming meetings. This leg of the journey was a promising one, as I was about to meet my esteemed counterpart at Porsche.
My name is Frank Jung, and I'm responsible here at the Porsche AG for the corporate archive and the car collection. The archive is kind of the memory of the brand, the memory of Porsche. In between the 80 cars we're showing here, the Carrera GT is one of the top stars. Top sports car of its time, a high-performance machine. And it's mainly made by hand.
My luxury chronicles were really shaping up, with one incredible encounter after another. And now, I was about to see Porsche as never before, with a special focus on the Porsche Carrera GT. Talking about German luxury cars without talking about Porsche would be nonsense. It is one of the names that belongs in the pantheon of luxury car culture. Guided by my fellow archivist from Stuttgart, I was being honored with an insider tour of their museum, from which I was getting priceless notes and pictures for my archives, and for MOTORFEST. Among all the jewels that surrounded us, the Carrera GT took a special place in our day. A car born from a streak of Porsche victories, made to compete with the greatest. Top sports car in the 2000s, dare I say, one of the top sports cars of all time. What a day, and what a car. I couldn't have dreamed of a better way to start my trip in Germany.
When it comes to German luxury cars. Well, don't worry, our archivist and the MOTORFEST organizers have got you covered. You'll see. Chronicles Europe, Germany, second stop, Apollo Automobile.
My Germany tour is officially on. After an incredible first stop in Stuttgart, I had the distinct pleasure of spending a day with Apollo Automobile and an absolute marvel of a car, the Apollo Project Evo. This car, which is still under development as I write these lines, is definitely one of the boldest and most aggressive-looking cars I've seen in my long career. The active aerodynamics, the fins, that rear spoiler, and X-Light signature, everything in this car's design screams, you're getting eaten alive. And this interior, you really have to see it to believe it. Nothing short of a superhero car. There's only one existing prototype at the moment. The one I just got the chance to discover. Note to self, I really must convince Apollo to lend this car to MOTORFEST for our upcoming luxury cars playlist. Luxury is elegance, fine materials, and high-precision craftsmanship. But it is also the freedom to embrace a hardline approach and go all the way.
follow. Our archivist was only halfway through his European journey. In the next event, we'll hear what he had to say about his 7th stop, a day at Audi, with a focus on the luxury racing car. Get ready to step in the world of gentlemen drivers.
trip was getting me to dig even deeper into German car culture. The people from Audi were now expecting me in the beautiful town of Ingolstadt in Bavaria. The car that they had prepared for me, and the one you, driver, should be driving when you get these notes, was a great surprise and a great addition to our luxury vehicle experience. The 2020 Audi R8 LMS GT2. True racing car, as it was built for a very specific Grand Touring competition, the GT2 European Series. Yet also a true luxury car, as the GT2 event is in fact a particular championship designed for amateur pay drivers, a racing category for what we call the gentleman drivers. A category in which this Audi R8 is queen. MS GT2. A car that was first introduced at Goodwood's Festival of Speed. One might wonder why.
Welcome back. At the next event of our Luxury Chronicles playlist, the Archivist relates his stop at Mercedes, and you'll get to drive yet another extremely powerful car. Looks like luxury often goes together with mean performance in Germany.
My last day in Germany led me to Mercedes for yet another thrilling ride. My ultimate appointment in this country was set with the breathtaking Mercedes AMG 1. The one and only, as Mercedes would say. all the German machines I had the pleasure to admire over the course of my trip, the Mercedes AMG 1 was indubitably on the powerful side. That's an understatement, as the One was built from the dream of bringing Formula One technology to the road. A dream that was meant to come true. Everything in this car screams Formula One. Powertrain, materials, interior. And I believe world champion Lewis Hamilton himself helped Mercedes in the development of this car. To the driver who'll get behind the wheel of this machine in the festival, you're probably not ready. German trip was ending wonderfully with this Mercedes AMG 1. I was content and ready to move on to the last part of my trip.
The tour continues. After France and Germany, we'll now be focusing on British vehicles. In his notes, the archivist is telling us everything about his great first stop, a day at Triumph. That's correct. Our British luxury culture section starts with motorcycles. You're going for a nice and chill ride. Pay attention, find your way, reach the destination.
After a roller coaster of a trip through France and Germany, my luxury car pilgrimage was bringing me back to my home, Great Britain. My first encounter alone was enough to justify the trip, as I was about to meet yet another fascinating individual.
My name's Stuart Wood. I'm Chief Engineer at Triumph. We're in the Triumph Factory Visitor Experience here in Hinckley. It's a great display of motorbikes. If I had to pick just one bike, it's going to have to be the Rocket 3. It's got high performance, very high capability, high specification, really stunning looks. It really is phenomenal.
A delightful meeting that would be followed by other great surprises from my homeland. My European journey was slowly coming to an end. Yet I still had so much to see to complete my luxury chronicles. Starting with a keenly anticipated stop in Hinckley.
We pay a lot of attention to the detail and how well the bike works.
And a special rendezvous with the Triumph Rocket 3R. Cloudy grey skies and damp asphalt. I was back home, no doubt. And I couldn't be happier. I had a whole day with Triumph ahead of me, surrounded by passionate people to guide me through their motorcycle universe. Stuart Wood, concept engineer, had shared with me everything you could ever want to know about Triumph. Their 100 years of existence, the attention to detail, the perfect combination of performance and visual design. Fascinating. This Rocket 3, big and powerful, with a remarkable 2.5-litre engine, but still easy to ride. An extreme motorcycle with a huge presence. A Triumph bike through and through. British craftsmanship and style, the passion of a whole biker community. This was shaping up to be another highlight of this European trip. All I could do was enjoy the moment. Raw performance has never looked as good as it does on a Triumph. I believe that's what they call character.
Our luxury car exhibition moves forward with another iconic British manufacturer. The car we'll be focusing on in this event is again special in many ways. Get to the event tag and you'll see Europe has still plenty in store to surprise you.
My next British stop was McLaren, with the most exclusive McLaren there is, the Elva. The extreme expression of what a McLaren car can be. Fifth in the McLaren Ultimate Series, a line that encompasses McLaren's most advanced design, engineering, and performance. Like McLaren says, the Elva is a car that needs no destination, designed to deliver nothing but the purest possible driving experience. Light, powerful, split-second agility, with no roof, no windshield. This is a car that plays with your senses and builds a connection between the driver, the car, and the elements. Car directly in line with the experimental legacy of the founder of the brand himself. Bruce McLaren. Renowned driver and engineer, always looking to push aerodynamics further. The Elva is a beautiful tribute to that heritage. Sure I'd have the time for this detour at McLaren, but I was so glad I made the trip.
Jaguar is a brand that it's hard to go around when it comes to gorgeous British cars. That's why it had to be part of this tour. The car that we've selected for you now, the Jaguar CX-75 concept.
Jaguar CX-75 concept. C stands for concept, X for experimental, and 75 as a tribute to Jaguar's 75th anniversary. A breathtaking hypercar that unfortunately couldn't be mass-produced. Yet this prototype alone is quite the celebrity in the luxury car world. An elegant and avant-garde design so popular when it came out that she received the Louis Vuitton prize at the Paris Mondial de l'Automobile in 2010. Star of the 007 movie Spectre, along with her co-star, the Aston Martin DB10. Another British concept. Quite the life for a concept car, isn't it? Star, Muse, prestigious prize winner. And this is only scratching the surface of what this car could have been.
Luxury Chronicles, new chapter. You know what to do. Drive to the tag and get back to your European journey with another pillar of British luxury, Bentley.
I really go on a tour of the greatest luxury car brands of Europe without stopping by this prestigious manufacturer's headquarters in Crewe? Impossible. So, there I was, at Bentley, face to face with splendid machines, and notably, the Bentley Mulliner Bacala. The Bacala is gorgeous and impressive from afar, but also incredibly well crafted from up close. I was dealing with the elite of British luxury and design refinement there. Extremely exclusive. Only 12 units have been made. Produced by Mulliner, the oldest coach builder in the world, and a serious token of quality. But, needless to say, such prestige comes with a significant price tag. Just like this beautiful day with Bentley, my trip was slowly coming to an end. My next stop will be the last of this Luxury Chronicles journey.
Here we are, the final event of this grand luxury tour. The last brand we're going to talk about may be the most famous of them all. A brand which has clearly become over the years the embodiment of British luxury. The brand is Aston Martin, and the car is the 2024 Aston Martin Vantage. This is the last stop of this voyage around Europe. I hope you'll enjoy it, just like our archivist did.
was the ultimate day of my European luxury tour. And it wasn't just any day. It was a day with Aston Martin. I had decided from the very beginning to save Aston Martin for last. For this brand is quite unique when it comes to famous British cars. As a tribute to the Aston Hill race from the early 20th century, and Martin, from Lionel Martin, co-founder of the brand. The name Aston Martin now resonates in a very special way everywhere around the world. It embodies the British modern luxury touch, so to speak. Cars that are fast, cars that are beautifully crafted, and on top of that, cars that now come with an unmissable pop culture connection that started with the appearance of the DB5 in the Goldfinger movie in 1964. As a result, Aston Martin cars nowadays have undoubtedly become some of the most desirable cars in the world. My definitive treat during this day was being able to see the new Aston Martin Vantage. Freshly released, this brilliant vehicle is yet further proof that British luxury is still very much relevant, with a bright future ahead of it. This is it, the end of my European luxury tour, with each stop more enlightening than the last. A fruitful journey for my archives, and for you drivers of MOTORFEST.
You haven't claimed your reward for this playlist. This was our Archivist's Grand European Tour, and this was your Luxury Chronicles experience. Your reward is waiting for you at the container in our luxury estate. And your prize this time is prize money. Because luxury is also the freedom to choose. New playlist ahead. Let's go! A playlist is ready to try. Let's go try it. New challenges unlocked.
Tell the tale of a...
New playlist ahead. Let's go! a lot of fun making this next playlist. One clue, it centers on one of the most famous car models of all time. At keeping secrets. It's a Porsche. Okay, you've probably guessed that it's the 911. Let's find out what makes this car iconic. Head to the container in Pearl Harbor and let's get behind the wheel of a legend.
course, we're all huge Porsche fans, and it means a lot to us to have such an incredible manufacturer joining the adventure.
Diversity with the 911. We had no choice but to reveal it to you. To the next objective. Porsche agreed to send us some of their most interesting models for you to try out. Shipping from Stuttgart, Germany to Hawaii took a little bit longer than they thought, so they've actually just arrived. Brand embodies power and performance, but it's also about elegance and style. So when you get behind the wheel of a 911, you've got to behave accordingly. Driving gets you a bonus at the end of each event. The cleaner you drive, the bigger your bonus will be. So even during a race, drive clean, take care of your car, and beat your opponents with finesse. private racers adapted their Porsche 911 to compete in rally races all over Europe, a testament to the versatility of their design. Porsche, not to be outdone, officially entered some of their own tweaked 911s to the rally circuits. Porsche originally sold their 959s at around $225,000. Nowadays, some sell for almost $6 million. Take good care of it. Here.